Creative Thinking is now available for purchase at www.mikebowensjr.com. Get your mind right by learning how to use the tools that Mike Bowens gives in this awesome read. If you are interested in starting a daycare business, you've come to the right place. Mike Bowens has 3 different packages that you can choose from that will fit your daycare business needs. Visit www.mikebowensjr.com for more information. New releases on his new clothing line, Mogul Mentality, and Where Motivation Meets Faith, is now available for purchase. You will find sizes for men, women, children, toddlers, and infants, and more. Make sure you visit mikebowensjr.com for all your apparels and accessories.
Let's go. It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again live and direct. Listen, I was getting a lot of messages in the comment section and people asking me to talk about the business principles of Jesus. And so that's what I really want to focus on over the next few weeks, the business principles of Jesus, and I'm going to break them down one by one. I'm not going to just do them all in one session. I'm doing them one by one, so that you really can get the understanding and you can move forward and you can push your business forward in the name of Jesus. All right, so this is Business Principles of Jesus Part 1. And I'm going to start at Luke chapter 16 verse 10. It reads, this is from the NIV version, I believe. If you are faithful in little things, you will be faithful in large ones. No, the NIV version is, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. I'm going to read that again. This is from the NIV version. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. I'm going to read that also from the New American Standard Bible, because I like to read different versions of the Bible so that you can get a better understanding. Okay? This one also reads from the New American Standard Bible, the one who is faithful in a very little thing is also faithful in much, and the one who is unrighteous in a very little thing is also unrighteous in much. So I can also go to the Message Bible, but I don't want to keep going to many translations. I want to dive right into it, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to keep going to so many different versions. I want to dive right into it. And so this is a principle that Jesus is teaching. If you are faithful in little things, then you will be faithful in large ones also. And if you are dishonest in small things, then you will be dishonest in large ones as well. So in your business, let's go deep into it. The Bible also says, despise not the days of small beginnings. Most businesses start off very small. They start off very small, and some businesses grow very large, and some businesses never make it past where they started. If you notice, if you observe, if you watch, and a lot of people bump their heads, they're frustrated, they don't understand why their business is not taking off. And I'm going to ask you some questions, and depending on whether you watch this in the morning, the afternoon, or night, I want to ask you some questions that's going to make you think. I'm going to ask you some questions that's going to make you look over your business and say, man, I need to tighten it up there. Or man, maybe I can do better here. Or man, okay, I'm doing that there, but now I can do it even better. I'm going to make some statements, okay? People are attracted to excellence. People are attracted to what they can rely on. When you think about business, when you think about businesses, the businesses that you are attracted to, they operate with a level of excellence. They're consistent. You can rely on them. If you put an order in online, you're not even blinking twice because you feel, you know, you have trust, you have confidence that that delivery is going to come in the mail. You're not like, oh man, I don't know if I want to order from them because I might get robbed, or they might cheat me, or I don't know if I'm going to get that product. You have a level of trust with that company. But how is that trust built? It was built brick by brick. It was built by reputation. It was built by what they have done with customer after customer after customer. And oftentimes companies spend millions and billions of dollars on advertisement. Don't get that wrong. If you have that type of money, you do that. But the best form of advertisement is word of mouth. And it's when you are handling your business with such a level of excellence that the person you're serving, right, now goes and tells somebody else, oh my gosh, did you check out Regal Designs by Shoshana? She has the best wreaths. Oh my goodness. And I put my order in and she shipped it out and I got it within a week and a half. Just like she said she would. Right? Not like a company that you can contact and you order something and you never get it. Or you pay for it but you never get the product. Or you go to a restaurant to eat some food that's advertised on television and you taste it, you're like, oh man, this is terrible. And what do? The same rule applies. You go to somebody like, oh man, they're like, oh, I'm going to try this restaurant. He's like, oh no, I went there last week, me and my husband, or I just went there last week, me and my wife, or by myself, I went there. It was not good. I wouldn't go there again. So what are you doing? You're still giving advertisement, but now it's the other side of advertisement. And so, in keeping in what I'm saying, if you are faithful in little things, you will be faithful in large ones. When you are operating your business with excellence, people are going to talk about it. When you are a business that people can rely on, people are going to talk about it. And let's go even deeper. I want to go deep. You should never expect promotion from God. You should never expect promotion in your business. You should never expect increase to hit your life if you cannot handle the level that you're on. That's going to be hard for some people because they're putting a lot of prayers up. Lord, bless me. Lord, enlarge my territory. You hear the story about the prayer of Jabez. But even when the prayer came through, I have a very analytical mind and I understand that Jabez had to do some things. It wasn't just he prayed and God blessed him. I'm sure Jabez had to do some things in that little context that we read. I'm sure Jabez had to make some changes. I'm sure if Jabez had a business, he had to fulfill orders. He had to bring the camels when they paid in the gold shekels. He had to bring the camels on time. I'm sure if Jabez had a cleaning business, he had to show up and clean these people's houses or hire his employees to clean people's houses on time as advertised so that word of mouth can spread about his business and his business begin to spread. See, it don't take long all the time for a business to really grow and prosper. It don't take long for word of mouth to begin to spread throughout the city and throughout the region about your business, throughout the city, throughout the state, throughout the nation, when your business is excellent, when you are faithful on your level, when you are doing things, right, that people can rely on, when you have a good service or you have a good product and people order it or people asking for your service and they're like, man, this person shows up when they say they would. That's rare these days. When people do what they say they're going to do. When people show up when they say they're going to show up. Listen. Some people get $1 raise at work and start acting like they're king of the world. They start showing up late from $1 raise, a $2 raise. They get a promotion to manager. They act like they do it on stink. They coming in, they walking through the office, they start talking nasty to people, and they just got a promotion to a manager position. Or, some people, they do good in their business in 1 year or 2 years, and they acting like, they start acting, treating their clients, talking nasty to them. Acting like, oh, their customer is not number one. See, customer service is going to make your business, make or break your business. If you don't understand that the customer is very valuable to your business, then you're not going to understand this principle of if you're faithful in little things, then you will be faithful in large ones, because you understand that each customer is valuable. I don't care how much they're contributing to your business, that customer is valuable. And when you have the type of attitude that each customer matters, each customer counts, each view matters, each person counts, then guess what? You'll start to look at them in a different light. And I'm going to refer back to this from time to time, but like I remember when we had the daycare business, and I remember when we had one child when we first started out. We didn't look at that like, oh, it's only one child, so don't matter. We're gonna, we're just gonna let them sleep all day and watch cartoons. No, we taught that child. We taught that child. We did circle time with that child. We fed that child the best food that we could buy. We gave that child homework. Hey, this is the apple. When you go home, color the apple red, and here's another apple, color the apple green, and bring it back. And the parent loved that so much that guess what? That parent went and told 3 of their friends, and then 6 or 7 kids came. So we went from 1 to 8 in 2 weeks. But it was because we was faithful over the little things. We was faithful over having one child there. And a lot of people want to go mega. A lot of people want to be a Fortune 500 company. But if you only have 10 customers, you can't look at those 10 customers as if they're nothing. If all you have is 10 customers, you got to treat them like they're diamonds. And should your business grow to you have 100 customers, you have 1,000 customers, you better still treat them like they're creme de la creme. You better treat them like they are your everything. And when people are valued, they can feel that. When people are respected, when people are valued, they respect that. You ever go to a restaurant or you ever go to a store and you almost feel like you're doing them a disservice by being there? Oh, you're not going to get my money. You think I'm coming back? Because look how you treated me. Look how you're talking to me. And when you begin to treat every customer, every person that's taking part of your business as if they are special, then guess what? They want to keep coming back. They want to support you. They actually end up liking you. It's a fact that there's people you have never met and say they pass on, and say you listen to their music or you wore their clothes. You actually feel an emotional connection to them, though you never met them. And they pass you like, you might shed a tear like, oh my gosh, man, I can't believe this person died. Like, I felt that way with Nipsey Hussle. I never really listened to his music, but I liked his business acumen. I liked his business acumen. And there was a brother who was trying to change and trying to become something different. When I heard that he died, I got emotional. I had tears in my eyes. I was like, man, I can't believe this happened to him. I felt like I was connected to him. Why? Because it was something that he was doing that I had an emotional connection to. See, what you got to understand is, what Jesus is also saying is, in this scripture, if you are faithful in little things, you will be faithful in the large ones. And this is what people don't always see when they read this, is that we're all connected. Thank you, Holy Spirit. We are all connected. You're not disconnected from your customer. You're not disconnected from your client. Yeah, they may not have as much money as you. They may not have as much influence as you, but you're not better than them and they're not better than you. You're interconnected. Your right hand is not better than your left hand. You need each other. You provide the service and the product that they need, and they're needed to buy the product and service that you offer to help them in their daily lives. We need each other. Without each other, it can't work. And so when you begin to look at things like that, like, man, I'm just not here to make money. I'm here to provide a service or a product that makes people's lives better, that enhances the quality of people's lives. And when you look at it like that, you start to look at things from a different view, as opposed to, I'm just trying to make money, I'm just trying to make money, I'm just trying to make money. Because guess what? People can feel that coming from you, because your energy is moving from inside of you and it's passing on to them. Does that make sense? Okay. So if I was to ask you some questions, I'm going to ask you some questions because I want to go deep into it. Like I said, I don't know if you're listening to it in the morning, afternoon, or night, but right now I want to go deep into this. If you have a product business, and mind you, the scripture says if you're faithful with a few things, then you'll be faithful in large ones. So even if you have a little inventory, my question is, right now at the top of your head, do you know how much inventory you have? Do you know? Where is it? Is it scattered everywhere? Do you have it in the kitchen? Do you have it in the car? Do you have it in the garage? Do you have it under the couch? Do you have it in the drawer? Where is your inventory and how much do you have? If it's a service business, do you have your contracts printed up? Or do you have them typed up online that you can email it to them if they contact you right now? That you can say, okay, boom, I can get it to you right now. Do you have your price sheet ready? In case somebody inquires about your business. Do you have a price sheet ready? You know, one thing I don't like about contractors, and I haven't met a lot who actually are disorganized. I'm sure they're out there. I just haven't met them yet. And I'm praying to God that I do. That a lot of contractors, when they come, and depending on how nice your house looks, the higher price they'll charge you. And it's off the top of their heads. They never have a price chart, like per square foot, this is how much the bathroom is. Per square foot, this is how much the kitchen is. Per square foot, this is how much the basement is. Per square foot, this is how much to put in the in-ground pool. Per square foot, this is how much to do the roof. They never have anything like that, so it always makes me leery when I deal with them. And, you know, you live in a really nice neighborhood, they drive into your neighborhood, they're looking like, wow. First thing they say, they come to your house, wow, this is really nice. You know, my wife is a decorator. My wife is a decorator extraordinaire. She decorates. This is what she does in her sleep. So my house looks, I would say, very luxurious. Not in a boastful way. It's just when you have a person who specializes in a particular thing, they make it better than a person who's not specialized in that field. Like, for example, if you're a cook and people come to your house and they see the food that's out there, like, man, this food is so good. It's going to be a level above than what maybe a person who's not a cook, who's cooking food for their family. Make sense? And so they'll come to the house and be like, wow, and you want to get some work done here, and they're looking around, they're like, man, that's going to be $7,000. And I'm like, where is your price chart? Where's your price sheet? Do you have it online? Do you have it in your phone? Do you have it in the paper? Do you have something written down? You're just going off the top of your head and saying, yeah, they can afford it, so I'm going to charge them $7,000. I don't like that, because for me, I feel like you're just charging me because you're looking at my space and you're saying they can afford it, right? Because I remember when I didn't live in such a nice neighborhood, the same job, they'd be like, okay, give me $200. And I'm saying, $200, how we go from $200 to $7,000 for the same size bathroom, but it's completely two different houses, two different neighborhoods. You see what I'm saying? And people can feel when you're trying to take advantage of them, right? So it's good to have in your business your price sheet written out ahead of time. How much do your products cost? How much do your service cost? I'm talking about organization. I'm talking about, because if you're faithful in few things, then you'll be faithful in much. So what if a big order comes in and you don't know how much inventory you have? And now you're scrambling to try to go find inventory, and now you're wasting time. And now you're going to make a mistake rushing because you're not prepared. And I would rather be over-prepared than under-prepared. And I'm always expecting the best. I'm always expecting God's goodness to shine in my life. I'm always expecting blessings to come in my life. I'm always expecting new doors open for me. So yes, I'm prepared. I got plenty of inventory. And I know exactly how much I have, and I know where it's at. Okay? And you got to have that type of expectation. And you got to be organized. And if you're not organized, you don't have the expectation, then when a big order comes in that you're praying for, and it comes in, now you got to scramble. And guess what? You're not going to operate with excellence, and these people may never order from you again. And you're going to be frustrated. You're going to be stressed out. It's like when you know you have to be somewhere at a certain time, why not get up a few hours early? Take a shower if that's what you do in the morning. Get yourself prepared. Have your clothes prepared from the day before. Have things ready. And make sure now that you're taking your time. You're driving slow. You're not rushing, that you possibly get in a car accident on your way to where you have to go because you're rushing. Right? You want to be prepared. You want to keep this in mind, that if I'm faithful in a few things, then I'll be faithful in many things. Right? And so increase cannot come to you if you are disorganized. Promotion cannot come to you if you cannot handle the level that you're on. And if you're not excellent on the level that you're on, you can't keep praying, God bless me. God enlarge my territory. This is my year. This is the year where everything turns around. But you're not handling the level that you're on. Okay? So, next thing I would say is, right now, do you know exactly what your customer wants? Do you know what your customer needs from you? And next question I'll ask you, are you supplying what your customer wants? So the thing is to know what your customer wants. And next thing is, are you supplying what your customer wants? Because if you're supplying what your customer wants, I think I said this in the last video, then guess what? That business is automatically going to grow. But if it grows and you don't know how to manage what you're on, it's going to frustrate you when you get to the next level. Many people, I know many people have salons. Right now they should have 3-4 salons. But they never set up the infrastructure in their business, right, that it can grow. They never put the manager in place. Some people want to be everything, to do it all. They don't know how to delegate. They don't know how to train a manager, put a manager in place so that now they can and have other people run the chairs, and now they can put themselves in another position to go maybe open another location and then duplicate that same success there. So now they're doubling their income. You know, so, but it's all about being faithful where you are. That's good management. That's what that is. That's another terminology for that, is managing, being a good manager over what you have. And when you're a good manager over what you have, then you take inventory of what you have. You take inventory of what you have. Okay, this is how many products I have. This is how many flyers, or this is how many advertisements that I have. Okay? And now you understand that you got to move these flyers or these advertisements out into the community so that you can move this many products. Make sense? Okay, I'm going to ask you another question. How can you make your business run smoother and more efficient? How can you make your business run smoother and more efficient? So right now you're at a particular level. How can you make it run smoother? Because going back to this question, if you are faithful, I'm going to say it like this. If you're faithful on the level that you're on, then guess what? And if you manage the level that you're on, guess what? You're getting ready to go to another level. And if you can make your business run smoother and more efficient, guess what? You're getting ready to go to another level. So these are questions that you need to ask yourself. Sit down all day thinking, how can I make this business run smoother? How can I be a better customer service to my customers? What can I do? Should I have a receptionist? Depends what business you have. Should I have my inventory ready already? Should I have a website? Should I not have a website? Right? You know, what can you do to make your business run smoother, more efficient? Next question. How long does it take you to return phone calls? That's a pet peeve of mine. When I call a business and they don't call me back for a week or 2 weeks. I'm working with people in the music business at this point in time, and if I give them a call or a text and they never respond back to me, or they tell me I'm doing this and I'm doing that, I know I can't work with them, because I need people that's hungry. I need people that's like me, that's a go-getter. I need people that's like me, like a shark. I need people like me that's like eat, sleep, think business. Right? When I have family time, it's family time. And with me, God is me and God is every time. It's all day, every day. I have my time where I pray, I worship. But then I have the time when it's business. When I'm on business mode, I got to do what I got to do. A lot of people make excuses, and I'm like, you're not ready. You think if a customer pays their good, earned, hard money, whether they work hard for their money or not, it's still their money, and you think that they order a product from you, you're going to say, oh, I had to take my kid to the doctor. It's a valid point. You had to take your kid to the doctor. But do you think they're going to care about that? They're not going to care about that. They're going to say, where's my product? I remember when we had the daycare, I'm keep referring back to this, and my mother died. My mother died. The parents was calling, you took 2 days off, but I got to go to work. You going to come back so we can have somebody watch the kids? They didn't care nothing about my feelings. They didn't care nothing about that my mother died, that I was grieving. They cared about only what they wanted. And in business, unfortunately, it's like that. And you got to think ahead, that if you can't get the product out, you can't get the service out, You got to have somebody in place who can do it for you. And that's what I'm talking about. How can my business run more smoothly and more efficiently? I know a lot of people on YouTube, they have families, things of that nature, and they're trying to do videos, they're trying to work a job, they're trying to be with their spouses, and you're running into these complications. But the thing is, maybe you need to get up on a day that you have off early and shoot 2 or 3 or shoot 2 videos and post date those videos, and then go back to your regular life. And so now Monday when you're working, that video is coming up. Wednesday when you're working, that video comes up. And then on a Saturday that you're off, you're getting up early while everybody's still asleep, and you film those videos and you edit them and you get them up there. Now you can still enjoy family time when everybody's home and nobody feels neglected. This is what I'm talking about. Thinking ahead and making your business run smoother, right? So that you can get to the point where now you have the money coming in and you can leave that job and you can continue to run your business on the time that you'll be working at the job. I like to call that the Tarzan Effect, right? In Tarzan, he jumped from one rope, and before he got to the next one, he let this one go and got on to the next one. And then he went and kept going till he went through the whole jungle of his desired destination. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. But it's like, if you don't think ahead, if you don't have these things in place, you'll lose customers. Because they're like, oh man, I ordered a product from her and I still didn't get it yet. And they start telling people, I wouldn't order from her, I wouldn't watch her, I wouldn't go to hang with him or do this with him, because how many times I ordered a product or how many times I asked for service, they didn't show up. I remember for my wedding, we hired a cameraman to come and film the wedding. One of the most important days of my life. Where the cameraman at? We paid the man the money, didn't show up. He advertised in a Christian paper, had references. We saw his work. He did great work. Time of the wedding, the man never showed up. So memories from my wife and myself's magnificent day was lost. And we have like these bootleg videos, these bootleg videos from family members who was kind enough, right? I don't want to call it bootleg, but you know, it wasn't professional. Who were kind enough to give us these videos so that we could watch these memories of our special day. But that person lost out on, he took our money, but he lost out on good referrals. He lost out on repeat business, and he actually hurt a young couple. He hurt our memories, right? And that's something that we'll never forget. We are all connected. When people hire you for a service or a product, they're counting on you to come through. They're counting on you to do what you advertise. And when you don't do that, you actually hurt them. You actually affect them, right? So it's like when I had a guy that was supposed to come, and we was building out, when I lived in my other house, we was building out building a room for my youngest daughter. The man never showed up. Never showed up. Where is he? We called his phone, straight to voicemail. Kept calling, straight to voicemail. Obviously, you get the point. I'm not taking your call. I'm not doing the work for you. So it's like, you want to be a person of integrity. You want to be a person of character who would do what you say you're going to do with your business. You say you're going to be at a place at a certain time, show up early. You say you're going to do a job, do it. And do it with excellence. And guess what? People will never forget that. And then they'll advertise for you, and then they'll keep coming back to you because they know that they can count on you. They know that you're coming with a level of excellence. Let's look at the definition of faithfulness. Faithfulness is the concept of unfailingly remaining loyal to someone or something, or putting that loyalty in consistent practice regardless of extenuating circumstances. So it means loyalty, consistency, devotion. Consistency, loyalty, devotion. Even under excruciating circumstances, you need to show up. You need to do what you say you're going to do in your business. And when you do that, your business will begin to prosper. Your business will begin to grow. When we had the daycare business, I'm going to keep referring to that for this video. Other videos I may not, but for this one I will. We lived in a cold region. in New York where it snowed more than it does in New York City. I'm talking about up to your kneecaps, sometimes to the thigh, like a blizzard. Guess what? Parents still got to go to work. And we had that daycare, we had to get out there and shovel that snow or snow blow that snow out, create a path, and put the salt down. Well, most people are like, well, I'm staying home. I got a sick day today. No, because we advertise that we're open. Yeah, so let them not send your product to you or have a service that come to you that you pay for. You be like, oh man, oh no they didn't. Oh no they didn't. You be like, I'm going to cut somebody. Now you're going to feel a certain type of way, right? And so, another question I want to ask you, how organized are you? Do you know how much debt your business has? Do you have any debt in your business? Right? Do you owe anything to anyone? Right? Do you have accounts payable, accounts receivable? Do you have a business account? Do you know how much taxes you have to pay at the end of the year? Do you have an accountant for your business? These are things that you need to ask yourself, right? Do you know where all your business accounts are? Do you know where your paperwork is at? Like, do you know where your business debit card is at, your business credit card? If you have these things, do you know where you keep your business books at? Don't tell me you keep it in your sock drawer. Don't tell me you keep it under your bed. Don't tell me you keep it under your mattress. You got to have a designated place where you can keep these things and it's organized. And I know a lot of people, they talk to me like, oh yeah, Mike, I work better in mess. That's the devil is a liar. You need to have things organized and put in proper place that you can find exactly what you're looking for. Okay? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 28, verse 20. It reads, a faithful man is rich with blessings, but one who is eager to be rich will not go unpunished. So a faithful man is rich with blessings. So when you are faithful, right? And I'm talking about with your business. When you are faithful, you're rich with blessings because you're consistent. You're loyal. You're dedicated. You're doing it day in and day out, right? You're looking over your business and seeing how you can make it better. You're looking over your business and seeing how you can be more excellent. You're looking over your business and seeing how you can serve your customers better. And when you do that, your business is going to continue to rise. I'm a person who observes successful people. I watch them, I study them, I analyze them, and I connect the dots. And I see these in people who have made success in their lives, right? And I look at, since it's football season, I'm not really into football, but I'm a studier of people. I look at Tom Brady, and I see that he's in his, 18th season or something crazy like that for an NFL player. But I look at him off the field, and I see that he has a particular diet that he follows. He has a very strict diet that he follows, which allows his body to have, allows him to have a longer career than the average player. Like people who he's playing against were toddlers when he was first starting the NFL. Now some of them are in the NFL and they're adults and he's still playing against them. It's because what? He took care of his body. He was dedicated. He kept working hard in the off season. And the thing I loved about him is when I started to study him was that though he won so many championships, though he won so many accolades, and though they say he's the GOAT, meaning the greatest of all time in his particular sport, he still practices, he still trains as if he's a nobody. He still trains as if he doesn't have recognition. He still trains and still has discipline to eat a certain way, even though he's number one. There's a bomb going off, and I want you to drop some bombs down in the comment section if you're getting what I'm saying. Is that when your business starts to achieve any level of success, even if it's at the small level, you can't rest on your laurels. You can't start acting like you're the richest person in the world and acting like you're better than people and don't show up and start. You can't act up and start. You can't not show up and do the things that put you in the place, put you in that position in the first place. That's the words I'm trying to get out. You can't act like you have arrived. You must continue to act as if you don't even have those things, those accolades, and continue to work and expand your business, right? and continue to have a level of hunger. Not everybody can do that. Can have a certain level of hunger after reaching a certain level of success. Some people plateau. And if you do, that's okay. You reach a certain level, you maintain what you have and continue to make it more efficient, right? And maybe put somebody else in place who has that drive to take that business further, right? Because maybe you just don't have it. Maybe it's just not in you. Maybe you assign someone to push it further. Maybe you assign someone to keep it going and to expand on it. And you kind of help them out from along the side, next to them. You know what I'm saying? From a side point of view, you kind of coach them, you guide them. And so another person I looked at, and today I'm talking about athletes somewhat, is Floyd Mayweather. And I said to you before, some people get a raise at their job, or their business can make a certain amount of money in 1 year, and then they stop sending orders in on time, they start coming to work on time, they stop talking to their customers nicely. Well, the man, Floyd Mayweather, I'm not talking about his personal life, I'm just talking about boxing, would go into a boxing match, win the fight, get something like $200 million for the fight, for an hour and a half worth of work, leave the fight with a $200 million check, and the next day is up running 10 miles. That's what I'm talking about. And did that over 16, 17, 18 years. That's dedication. That's beyond the money. Because even he's worth way more than 200 million, but this is letting you know that this is beyond 200 million. This is beyond me making money. This is something deeper than just me making money. Yeah, it's a love for what I do, but it's deeper than that. It's I'm dedicated to my craft. I'm dedicated to my profession. I'm dedicated to being the best in my field. I'm dedicated to being my best. I'm dedicated. And you got to have that type of dedication, right? To your craft, to your field, to your business. Because guess what? When you have that type of dedication, you'll rise from the level that you're on to the next level. You'll continue to expand. You'll continue to grow. Because you're not cutting any corners. You're constantly learning. You're constantly going to seminars. You're constantly reading the books. You're constantly listening to the audio books. You're constantly putting people in place to make your business better. You're constantly seeing how you can get the inventory shipped out in a better way. I'm driving around and I see Amazon trucks all over the place. Right? Before they used to be with UPS, and now they got their own trucks fulfilling orders, dropping off to you. Now they have the drones that's flying all over the place and dropping it right in front of your property. Because they understand that the level that they on, if they could do it, they could even do it better. You need to have a mastermind group with some people. You need to have a mastermind group where you can sit around and talk to some people and say, man, how can I do what I'm doing even better? How's my customer service? And like I was saying, you need a mastermind group where you can sit down and brainstorm with other people who may be in the same field as you and get ideas and bounce off ideas off of each other and see what's working and what's not working. And then you can take it and probably try to apply it to your business in your own way. And then you can cut your time in half because you're not bumping your head and saying, man, I don't know what else I can do. I'm kind of stuck. And by you doing that, you're mastering, you're perfecting what it is that you're doing in your business, right? And that you can take it to the next level. I'm going to come back with part 2, Business Principles of Jesus. You don't want to miss it. If you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Share this message on social media. We want this to go viral. We want to take over the business world for the kingdom of God. This is your man, Mike Bowens. I'm signing off until next time, saying be blessed.
For watching, don't forget to visit www.mikebowensjr.com for all your daycare consulting, apparel, and creative thinking. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.